Yeah. Y'all know what it is. Eagles Wear Boxing, man. Have a seat. Y'all saying I better take it easy on all this. I know I sat there and was talking, and I wasn't on. But yeah, I've been getting used to the cold lately. We may have to suffer some cold, y'all. Just let you know. Don't be surprised. We may have to suffer some cold. We just might have to suffer some cold. But whatever reason or whatever happens, just hang in there. Just take it the best you can. That's all I can say. Just take it the best you can. Try not to use up all the, try not to use up all the power. When I say use up all the power, don't run your electric up, so high. Your gas, don't run that shit up real high, man. Learn how to, walk around. Put sweaters on. Use blankets, get good blankets and stuff like that, and just move. Just move so the inside of the house is maybe in the 60s. You're okay. It don't need to be 70, 80 years. You're gonna be okay because you realize this, folks, that this weather system is bigger than what we're talking about, as far as boxing and stuff like that. Even that's even bigger right there. All these storms and stuff. How we end up with like a hurricane? We're supposed to have a hurricane or something like that. I thought hurricanes was on the East Coast. I'm on the West Coast now. You know what I mean? But they were showing. I was looking at that. Let's check out the flooding. See if you can see any videos from the floodings up north. Not where I'm at, but further up. Just look at all this water just shooting straight up, man. For me, it just doesn't look right. It doesn't look like something that nature did. And we're just starting, man. We already had like the 30-degree weather and stuff. And I'm like, are you kidding me? September, we already got, I mean, not September, but November, we already got 30-degree weather. 30-something. And then December, man, we just now starting off. Texas, cold, and everybody cold, man. But like I'm telling you, man, do not panic and run your electric and stuff up. Don't run your gas all up, man. And invest, because right now a lot of people aren't thinking. Some of them are and some of them aren't. I see you out there, my brother Sir Flame. Yeah. So get you a portable, get you either a little oil burner. Some of them are expensive, but then some of them don't really burn that much oil, and they'll keep your house warm for a long time. Or get you a nice little propane heater. They have them just safe for indoors if you really need that extra heat. Because then at least you know what you're spending. Because you already spent it, you know what I mean? You already paid for the gas and everything. You already paid for it. You don't want no blind side with these electric companies and power companies. You don't want them to blindside you. Like, oh yeah, your power, because everybody else is consuming a lot of power, so they just write you in like, oh yeah, you must have consumed a lot. No, because you can prove it. Like, no, I had the same things on. Nope, there's no way. Didn't burn the heat. Didn't run the heat up. That's one thing about the winter, man. You start running that heat up, that electric get up, man. More than food. Man, some people pay more than food, man. I can't imagine, some of the people that's paying $300 a month or so, or more. Some people pay more than that. Because they got to have that heat blazing, man. Get that, man. Turn that shit down, Sir Flame. You better stop spoiling that woman over there, man. Tell her, hey, ma, we got to turn that. Hey, we got to turn that shit down. we got to turn it down, brother. Yeah. Oh, y'all see eagles back? Y'all see my curtains back here? That's nice, huh? Yeah, they're nice and sheer too. Okay, the white petty utilities. I'll run that shit up, man. Run it. Run that shit, Sir Flame. No, I still don't run it though. No, I'm just trying to put the information out there, brother. Because what happens? I'm telling you, what happens is people go crazy. It get cold and everybody want to blast the heat. But guess what? And when you got millions of people doing that, what's gonna happen to the grid? You're gonna have a blackout or something like that, a burnout. You can't do that. Can't do that, because now everybody freezing. If you ain't got no backup heat, I don't have anything, because I can just, what I'm saying, I got my little heater, so all I gotta do is go get me a little, some bottles of gas, and I'm good. And then plus, I know how to use candles. There's a way there's just simple things you can do. You have these little plate holders, plaques. I don't know exactly what you would call them. Or you get the old-fashioned napkin. A lot of people are not going to tell you this. The old-fashioned napkin holders. The ones that hold the napkins like this. You know what I mean? You take two of those, you put some plates in there, like you put a big plate in one, you get another one, put a big plate in that, and then you put a candle in the middle. Close those together, and that candle's gonna put out a lot of heat. It's gonna radiate off the plates. And that's something that's real simple. That's something you can just do and then undo without it being just like a mess. Understand? And make sure the plates are made out of porcelain or glass or something like that. There's little simple stuff you can do, to survive. We had to take all that training for survive because the biggest thing is survive. That's the biggest thing. That's it. That's the biggest thing, man, is to make it. Davis versus Hector Luis Garcia. Who y'all got and why? What we doing? Who y'all got? Why y'all got them? Okay, I see what it is. He said your voice is lower than the eagle. Oh, the eagle's on. Thank you, brother. Man, I forgot all about the eagle. Maybe that's why the people left. They're like, shit, he got that eagle still going. The eagle in the background. I can't control. Yeah, matter of fact, let me see something. Cause actually I can. See? We put it on just for a second. See, I actually can. Let me see. I actually can control. I can control them. And I just never. The good thing you brought that up too. I do mortgage insurance. She does gas and okay, and electric. Okay, mortgage. Who does car payments? Y'all on a different schedule for the car payments? They on a different schedule for the car payments. Yeah. But I hope y'all know what I was saying though, right? As far as like the plates. I know I probably didn't come through as loud because Sir Flame just reminded me, I had my eagle. I had my eagle on, baby. So the eagle was loud. So if you remember, they got these old, you probably go to like secondhand or something like that, pick them up. Yeah, pick up some old plates. Those big ass plates, those big platters, like not platters themselves, but the real big plates. A couple of those porcelain plates, right? The area you want to keep warm, just put your candle down there. Close them in on the candle. There you go. Now you got the heat, brother. But you gotta learn. You gotta know how to, how to survive. My friend had gave me this blanket, right? It's a weighted blanket, right? I didn't know nothing about no weighted blankets. I was like, man, shit, I was gonna give it away. And then I was talking to this dude, this brother. I was talking to him, and I don't know what conversation he was selling blankets, but we got on the conversation. He was like, yeah, I use this weighted blanket. I was like, what word? He was telling me how you sleep more comfortable, and I agree with him. So I finally used it, man. I've been using it. And I can't wait to get in the bed, man, because I got that weighted blanket. I can't wait to get in the bed. I'm like, man, let me get in the bed, get underneath this weighted blanket, man. It feel like an arm on you just holding you down, like sit, like lay your ass down. It's heavy. You can actually do exercise. You try to do leg lifts in there. Your legs start shaking. Lift up one leg while you're underneath that blanket. Your leg will start shaking. Because they're really heavy. Yeah, they're really heavy. So I've been playing with that thing. Yeah. She doing her own car. Oh, mine paid off. Yeah. Yeah, yours paid off, but yeah. But the mechanics be trying to they know yours is paid off. That's what they be trying to wrench you out. They be trying to wrench you. They be tightening up the wrench on sir, like, get you for this. Yeah. Mechanics, man. Mechanics be lying sometimes. My whips are new. I'm not proud of that, but it's just like, if they weren't, they'll be trying to get me, and they still try to get you. They try to get me on one of them, talking about, oh yeah, that looks like the shocks might be going out because the tires are pitting and this and that. I'm like, my tires look good. I said, that shit. My truck is rolling on the streets like a boss. He said that, yeah, they usually happen if somebody, doing a lot of off-roading and all that. I said, I don't really do no off-roading like that. I'm not no off-roader. I'm a snow person. Like if I go up in the mountains, I'm not going through bogs and all that shit. You know what I mean? I'm not doing bogs. You know how they be doing them yeehaw boys be doing all those bogs and all that. I don't do that shit, man. I don't. That ain't eagle. I'll do snow. Hell yeah, I like that because my first experience is this crazy dude that was, in his Jeep and he seen this snow mountain. He just plowed us through it like. Poof. I said, okay, that's what's up. That's just fun. I mean, as long as you're off the road, man, that snow is fun to be plowing through. But all that mud and shit, man, I ain't with that mud. And plus, they had that special salted mud, not even regular mud. It seemed like salted mud on the highway one time. That shit was like cement trying to get that shit off my truck. That shit was stuck on my tailpipe for like 3 weeks. I washed my car like 3 times in one day, and it still needed a wash. I'm like, damn, this is tough. I mean, the exterior was good, but like underneath, it was jacked. It was tore up. Okay, say I never used a weighted blanket. Yeah, use one of them weighted blankets, man. That shit feel good. So if I'm telling you, brother, you going to get underneath that weighted blanket, and you ain't going to want no other blanket on you. That shit heavy, man. Be on you like, it'll be holding you down like what? It should be holding you down like a wrestler. Like, what you talking about? Get your ass up, sir. That shit do you like this, sir. Like, get your ass up. That shit hold you down, man. Yep. That shit hold you down. Yeah. So I wanted to change. So I went and I made this little office area a little bit more special than the area I was using before. And so it's clean. You don't really see, you don't see nothing but just the background here. You don't see a lot of other stuff. Even though I got my drum and other stuff over there, but I just wanted to, I did a show in here once before, but I had my other curtains, but I wanted to do it in here. Show my style off and shit, I never. Oh, he said you can wear about that mud. No, brother, that's not me, man. I'm telling you, I'm not the one that's gonna be out there in that mud, man. I tell you, I'll do snow, I'll do water. Like if we gonna go through sand and splash through water, I'll do all that. In a SU, what I'm saying, in a 4x4, I'll do all that shit. But the mud shit, I ain't even trying that shit, man. And plus, I'm a good swimmer. I might even be a great swimmer sometimes, but I can't swim in all that old muddy. I can't swim in that mud. That shit like quicksand to me, man. I start swinging in that mud, man. I seen a dude that was he had his pickup. That shit was upside down in the mud. Shit was like basically sideways, so he was buried underneath the water. And I'm like, how is he buried on the side like that? And he just kept like maneuvering it and maneuvering it and maneuvering it, and he came up out of there. From being underneath the water, he came up out of that shit. I'm like, how do you do it? How do you not panic? Man, I would have panicked, man. Man, please. Soon as I get if I get a little bit over my waist in some water or some mud, I'll panic. I'm like, wait a minute, hell no. Because actually, waist high in mud is too deep in mud, to be honest. Waist high in mud, it ain't no coming out of that. You got to ease like real slow, and hopefully you don't sink. If you sink, it's over with. It's end of story if you sink. But if you see that you got if you see like the hill or something, you can head toward the hill. You be edging your way over towards the hill. You can still have a drop off though. You think you're right at the hill. Like, I'm at the hill. I got this. If you take one more step, you go, phew, now you're up to your neck in mud. Man, I don't like nothing that makes me feel like I'm suffocating, brother. And sisters, I just don't like nothing to make me feel like I'm suffocating. I'm like, no, hell no, I'm suffocating up in here. I'm like, Sir Flame, throw me the line. Let me get that rope, brother. Tell Derek Bailey to stop holding on to that line, man. Throw me that line. Get up out this mud. Yeah, that's the part I'm talking about too, brother. Sir Flame, he got the same sentiment I got. He said, Sir Flame said I would have jumped out and left that truck, and no, hell yeah. The brothers ain't trying to stay up in no mud like that, huh? I ain't trying to stay up in no mud like that, man. No. I got to be able to control my environment. If it's mud, I got to be able to control the mud environment. Like 1 foot of mud or half a foot, you know what I'm saying? Like even if you go to the beach and you get stuck. Hey, you know what? If you ever been to the coast, you've been to the beach and you go out there where the sand is like, you know, how would you say it? It's not necessarily soft, but it's wet. It's kind of muddy where you sink down a little bit. When you sink down like past your ankles a little bit, even that shit is hard to pull your foot out of. So just imagine if you was in some sand up to your knees. Man, please. I used to panic. I used to get in that water, your arms. You be looking like the ape boy. Your arms. When you're a little kid, your arms go up like this, and you be like trying to high knee it up out that water, like, oh shit. You be looking like the orangutan. You be looking like the orangutan. I know it's orangutan, but let me play with my words. He's so phonetically incorrect. Man, shut your ass up. Let us play. That's how I talk. My linguistics ain't the best anyway. Ain't the best. That's just funny though. Try to get up out that water. Yeah, Flame said, Flame said, Flame said, Yeah, I came in yesterday, man. I said I'm gonna start probably coming in Tuesday and so Tuesday and Thursday I'll probably come in. I'm gonna try to come in at like 4 in between 4 and 4:30. So I think that's like 3 your time. In between 3 and 3:30 on your time. Close to now, but a little bit like right about now. So this would be like the latest. If I don't come on, if I'm not here by like 4:30, then I'm probably just gonna do my regular shows. Yeah, but why not, man? Winter time. Come in, chop it up with y'all. Let me see who we got in here. Let me see. Okay, Premier Boxing. I guess they got a media workout right now. I don't really care about the Tank and Garcia. Nobody care about that right now. We'll talk about it probably Friday or something. Thursday. Maybe we'll talk about it a little bit tomorrow. I don't know what Garcia really can bring to. I mean, my estimation for anybody who fight Tank is you got to hurt Tank bad. I don't care if somebody said he's been hurt or whatever. Hurting somebody that did knock damn near everybody. He did knock everybody he fought. He did knock down, or he has hurt. Nah, it's just not good. It's not good. Yeah, I mean, it's just not good. So, okay. Yeah, I'm trying to stick with mostly, like, when it comes to sports. Oh, yeah, this is, now, I have to do this one. I have to do this one because the guy, I don't know. What I don't know, this is what I don't know. I don't know, I can't remember the guy's name, but you guys will know who it is. Just look it up. He just scored, what is it, 100? No, he scored 71 points. 71 points in a game. And I heard, now, I don't know exactly. I'll let you figure it out yourself. But they said that he went through all kinds of testing. That they had to do all kinds of tests on him afterwards. After he scored those points, taking blood and everything else. I'm like, what the hell? To make sure he wasn't on something. Because the only way they feel like he was could have done what he did is if he was on something. You know what I mean? So in other words, you can't score that many points in just. You got to be on some kind of performance enhancing. But basketball is a skilled sport. A skilled sport steroids don't help you, and yes, is like baseball when it comes to power, but they're not gonna help you. A little bit of speed, but they're not gonna really help you. Your hand and eye coordination and all that. That's not gonna happen. And you got a lot of these guys, I already know. You got a lot of these guys that think that they get steroided up and they think that, you know what, I can make it. No, you might be stronger, but a lot of times that shit comes back and backfires on you. It's just like when you take all that testosterone. A lot of those guys, they just want to be real big, and they even tell you about it. But they realize when they take that synthetic testosterone that it slows down the production of your own testosterone, and it actually keeps your testosterone from, letting you develop as a man. So they have to stay on that synthetic shit. And that's crazy that they got to stay on it, that you got to stay on that. But just to get big for what? You're only going to impress people for so long. And then after that, it's nothing. You're only going to impress people, like I said, for a little while. And then you have to live with all the consequences of what you did to yourself, later on in life. These people call on the powers of what they call science, and it gets them in a lot of trouble. And then they find out that you have actual plants, that can help you to get bigger if you wanted to. There's actually a part of rice that you can use. It's kind of a steroid too, but it comes from plants. You know what I mean? It comes from plants. But yeah, that's nasty, man, to take and almost like, I'm not gonna say it's as admonishment, but it's ridicule. For me, that's what it is. It's really ridicule, to ridicule an athlete because they had a great performance. But then don't you want your athletes to have great performances? This shit don't make sense, man. You should want all athletes to have great performances. It gives us something to look at. Right? It gives you something to look at. Wow. That's crazy. People can't accomplish nothing. Anytime you try to accomplish something, you got somebody on your back. Shit. I ain't lifted these weights in so long. I got my weights over here, brother. I looked at them. I was trying to lift them up. I'm like, damn. But I remember people that couldn't even pick them up off the ground. They said, damn, man, how you lift them things up? They said, I can't even lift that shit up. Because it intimidates them. They see that 0 on there. They're like, shit, I can't lift that up. But they sitting right here next to me. I put them next to me. It's like, am I going to put something here? I probably could. I had to put me a little, what do you call it? An incline or something here. Yeah, I'll probably go pick one up. Makes sense. Go pick up a little bench. And so I'll pick one up a little bit later, so I can start working these big things. Shit, them things is... Only thing I don't like is the grip is kind of small on them. That's it. I like a bigger grip. I'm not gonna show them to you because this shit, they too heavy, man. I could probably lift it up this hard. I can't put it all up in the air like that, man. I used to be able to do those, like hold them like that and do like that with them. What's the most I did like this? I think the most I've ever done. I never was like real strong. I mean, I never practiced to do the single dumbbells like this. I never practiced to do them like that. So I think maybe the biggest I've ever done was like 120. This dude at the gym was talking shit to me one day, and I just picked up. He said, man, you can't out bench me, you can't out. I'm like, man, come on, let's do these. And so I did some 85s. I think I shoulder pressed him like 35 times. I said, yo, set. He walked back into the other gym. He walked back into the other gym like, no. He said, I'm good. I'm like, don't hype me up, man. One thing about me, you get me all hyped up like, oh, you can't do this. And then that makes me, that make my adrenaline start pumping. I'm like, what? I can't do this. I will throw a horse over the fence if somebody was saying I couldn't do it. And it's not like I can normally do that. You know what I mean? It's not like I can normally, throw a horse or something like that, because you're not supposed to be able to throw a horse. But if somebody was betting me and going crazy, I'll throw it. I bet I will throw his ass. I used to move people out the way. They move out the way. I got it. Get your ass out of my way. Who said I can't push a truck? Who said I can't push a 5-ton truck by myself? Back your ass up. Yeah. Crabs in a bucket can't get away, get up from somebody pulling you down. Yep. You can't. I mean, that's what it is. It seems like that, though, man. It seems like people are just so much against other people's success that they can't help it. I mean, it's just the hate molecule is like the strongest molecule, I think, on this earth, man. When it comes to the human genome, I think that the hate molecule is a big molecule. A lot of people think that you can't be hated on. They think it's an excuse. No. Being hated on is not always an excuse. Now, I'm not going to say it's never an excuse, but being hated on is not an excuse. Because some people do hate. You got to face that shit. Some people hate. No, ain't no hate. It's just this and that. Blah, blah. No, it's hate. People just don't want to recognize. When you got hate and stuff, people don't want to recognize. Oh, no, it wasn't even like that, son. Shut your ass up. It was hate. It was hate. Simple. People always want stuff to be a certain way, but sometimes, no, shit is just what it is. What it is. Sometimes shit is, if something's hateful, it's just hateful. And just what you got. You got a lot of people that they hate, brother. They don't want you getting up. So I don't hate, like, when we talk about the boxing, I don't hate on these fighters. I just want these fighters to do the right thing. Matter of fact, you had, well, I don't necessarily agree with Stephen A. because he think he know all the sports. He need to stick with basketball. But he was saying that, it's too many O's. Everybody's still protecting their O. We covered that so long. I mean, I don't know why he's just bringing that out. But we covered that a long time ago. And I don't even know if it's a protection thing. I think it's more of a compensation thing. It's not really a protection. It's a compensation thing. That's what it is. It's a compensation. If you think about boxing, if you think about, like, even having an O, you got to realize that it's rare. But at the same time, do you really want to go without being tested enough to see that you could lose and come back and win? I think it would be more important for me to lose and then come back and win impressively than to just go straight and just win everything. Because because I tell you what, who's going to be the hardest on you is you're going to have somebody in your family, not necessarily a sports follower, but you're going to have somebody, a grown ass person in your family tell you, you went 60-0, huh? Must not have been much competition. They gonna tell you just like that. Because everybody take a ass whooping. And that's what they gonna tell you. Is that it must not have been that much competition. And that's not gonna be hate. That's just, I'm gonna tell you what that is. That's just old school real talk. And you get mad, you get mad. Simple as that. Anyway, salute to Eagles Web, salute to the chat. And as always, jab that like button. All y'all don't get naked. Eagles Web, boxing, baby. Got that fire up good, that 100. And, of course, got that boxing glove up like this. And, of course, got to finish off with them things. That's my brother, Sir Flame. Just in case you didn't know. That's right. He thought I forgot him, but no. Next step, we don't forget that. Hey, where my brother at? Where's D to the Bailey at? Derek Bailey, where you at? You know we in here. I know you gonna come in and talk about how I'm late. You can't be hijacking me all the time, keeping me in here late. I know y'all still celebrating the holidays, but we on the 4th now. People starting to have birthdays and everything else. We on the 4th now. We 4 days into the year already. We only got 360 more days in the year. If that's what you think. Yeah. If that's what we believe. Mm-hmm. There was some other stuff too that I just didn't get. And it's been a lot of like missing people and those type of things. Probably can't even talk about that stuff on here, but yeah. So I'll say this part. You guys take care of yourself out there, man. Shit, I don't care. If maybe you don't like dogs or something like that. But if you got kids or you got a girl that likes to go through the neighborhood or likes to, just can't sit still, has to go for walks, you might need to get your ass a dog. Huh? A good dog. And I ain't talking about like some little shit that you gonna put like little hats on and shit like that. I'm talking about like a dog, a man's type of dog. A dog that can, take somebody down if they need to. Mm-hmm. And that's what I would feel, man. Get yourself a dog. That shit. If something happened to you, that at least if something happened to you and the dog, somebody's gonna have to go. Eventually, somebody's gonna have to go to the hospital because of what the dog did to him. I mean, they put the clues together after that. You know what I mean? But stop just going out there, you young ladies and stuff. I know y'all brave and all that, but stop it. Stop just going out there and feel like you can do what you want to. Because you're supposed to be able to. And I'm not saying do anything in fear, but I'm just saying just do everything recognizing. Recognizing stuff and fear is two different things. Yeah. Okay, so we got, okay, so we did the still same thing. Okay, so Showtime got the media workout, it looks like. Only 4.4 thousand is looking at it. Man, that's not a lot. But here's my thoughts on Tank, though. Is I really think, to be honest, and this is to be honest, I'm being honest with everybody, so I'm no cap. I want nobody to go and don't feel that all of a sudden that I'm hating on Bud. I'm not hating on Bud. But I'm gonna be honest with you. This is 100% me. Not everybody, but it's me. Is that I really feel that Gervonta Davis has my attention a lot more than Crawford does. Than Bud. I would rather pay to watch Gervonta Davis fight than I would Crawford. And a lot of people think that's all hate. No, you just hating on Crawford. I'm not hating on Crawford. I just think that the little guy is more. He's more entertaining. His fights are more exciting. The outcome, because we never see it. I mean, we never see it, and then when we get it, it's so devastating. When we finally do get it, it's like, God dang, that little dude is just too powerful, man. All of his little trap moves and stuff he used, and they saying he haven't even opened up half of his arsenal yet. I guess he just waits. He waits for the heated moment. He waits for everything to heat up, and he says, "Okay, it's my turn to do this. You're gonna do that. I'm gonna do this." I love it. So, I mean, we could hate. We could hate, or we could wait. But as far as Tank, I'm picking Tank. Even though he should have at least 5 more fights. He should have had 5 more fights under his resume, under his belt by now. Even Bud should have had a few more fights, but yeah. I'm just saying that Tank. So somebody don't like that because they think I don't like Bud. I like Bud. I just think that a lot of times I think the Bud has some stability problems. There's something, he got a little bit of shortcomings, and I'm not trying to call him on it, but I just think he is. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just looking through here, man. It's just a lot. The results weren't too bad. It's technical boxes. Okay, collide. All right, let me see what else we got. Okay, let me plug in and see whatever news we got, because for today I said bigger than boxing. Yeah, cause what's bigger than boxing right now is just things around us. Yeah, the things that's around us, like I gotta keep listening for the winds, because I'm not that far from where the storm is supposed to be. You know what I mean? And anything for me, 45, I would say my limit on wind is probably in between 40 and 45. When you start talking about 60-mile-an-hour winds and stuff like that, 60, 70, once you get to 70, you already done lost me. Like, I don't want to be nowhere around where you got trees and telephone poles and all that, and you got 70, 80, 90-mile-an-hour winds sustained. And I tell you, sometimes sustained is not as bad. It's bad, but you could look out the window and see what's about to break. The one to get you, and like we had, I'm not even sure how many years ago it was. It's probably a few years ago where we had, and we got these winds, like it's calm, like, oh, that's not too bad. And all of a sudden you get these gusts of wind. All of a sudden you get this big gust of wind, like 90-mile-an-hour gust or something like that. That's too much. Yeah. I still haven't listened or read about this thing about Earl Spence getting knocked out by Floyd, but I know it's cap. That shit got to be cap. Ain't no way that Floyd done knocked out Earl. Like, stop it. Yeah. Okay, let's see what's up in there. Oh, Sir Flame had to go back to work, y'all. If I'm talking to y'all, I think I'm just talking to me. That's all right. I'll just chill for a second. I was just trying to see what else we have. Not too much. Okay, so here's some news that I didn't know nothing about that. It says that David Two, a former knockout artist, homeless as he prepares for return. Counterpunched. See? That's what a lot of these guys just don't know. And he took a lot of damage. He probably has no business coming back, because he used to deliver some shots, but he's been hit with some tremendous shots himself. That's crazy. Yeah. And here's some more news from Dozen, is that Eddie Hearn is revealing that Anthony Joshua will fight Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder in 2023. So one of them. So we'll see. Yeah. And then I guess Canelo's fighting somebody else again. I guess. Well, they're stacking up bodies. And my report, because of my estimation of what should be happening right now, is that I actually said that we're running out of garbage fights. So if Canelo ends up with another garbage fight, that just shows that hey, that's all he's pulling for garbage fights. He ain't trying to fight nobody. If he's not fighting Bevo or Better Be Up or something, he's headed for garbage. He don't want to fight nobody. The Twins are still here. Andrade is still here. There's just too many people. Benavidez is here. Maybe even Plant again. I know Plant want that to get back at him, right? Okay. And I guess Usyk is thinking about fighting Wilder. And Wilder's talking about, he told him, hey, you should have stayed at cruiserweight. Don't you bring your ass up here. Wilder letting you know. Yeah, I think that's, I don't know. I have to give Wilder the power edge, but skill wise, Usyk's smart, man. He might stay out of trouble with Wilder. He might. That's the whole thing. If you go with Usyk, you got to go with Usyk thinking that, hey, he's going to stay out of trouble. He's real smart and intelligent. His ring IQ is off the chart. But you're not going to be able to say that. You're not going to be able to keep a straight face if you say all that. Because this looked like he's probably going to get caught up. You know what I mean? Yeah, he'll probably get caught up and KO'd and stuff. Yeah, but we'll be back. I'll try to come back. I'll try to come back in tomorrow. I know it's like a short, like just a quick hour, because I just wanted to give an update. A lot of people probably right now is just trying to, tie up the homes and stuff. Make sure the homes and stuff is just straight, because there's weather everywhere. I don't even know. I have to go look at the forecast for everybody. You know what I mean? So that's what I got to do. I got to go look and see what everybody's situation was during the during this last week and weekend and the weeks coming up. Because yeah, we usually only get, like where I live at, like 10 days maybe of rain out of a whole year. I live in one of the driest spots here, and we probably already got up to 10 days already. Since November or whatever, we got a bunch of days of nothing but rain. Matter of fact, I think we've had rain right now. We've had rain. What's the date? A week? About a week. So about a week of rain. So, but we'll get back to it, man. So my shout out to all the real people that I see, and my shout out to all y'all that mess with me. Y'all know what it is. Eagles Way of Boxing. No, we didn't cover a whole lot because I didn't want to. We're gonna be back. We'll cover some more. I care about y'all's safety and stuff first, man. This was the safety briefing. So I'm gonna catch y'all, man. Y'all know what it is. This is Wednesday. Nothing but blessing. Yeah. I gotta write it. Y'all know. Do.